So hello guys, I'm Daniel from Cashflow Sheets. Today I'm going to show you how to design a portfolio tracker for a personal and professional use. In order to develop the tracker, we are going to use Google Sheets so that you can track the portfolios of your investments and make timely decisions to maximize the profits. But as you see, it's not just Google Sheets that we will do. We will do it much more better thing. And we will also make an extra application, web app, that you can use on your browser, of course. So it's the Cashflow Sheets or CFS own ERP system overview. So that is for the future. So I will develop for you guys different apps. So like expenses tracker, inventory tracker, and portfolio tracker. Now the portfolio tracker is done, but stay tuned because the other ones can be also updated, and in this overview then you can just choose your app what you want and integrate it. You can delete them, so like normal apps. So if you click on it, so you can download the whole thing. The description, the download link is in the description box below this video. So you will come to here the portfolio tracker. Why is it better than just Google Sheets? Of course, because you have different options here. It's much more user friendly, and so on and so forth. You can also just use on your smartphone or tablet, because sometimes on smartphone and tablet the Google Sheets is not the best, so it doesn't give you the best user experience, and it's really hard to manage your things. So that's the point why I did this application. So just to demonstrate what we have here, you can just choose your stock, the piece, and the market cost when you purchased. I just put some randomly numbers here, submitting, and it's okay, and there is already there. And you always need to refresh, and if you refresh the total purchase cost and the total market value, which is in these points of the thing, you will see the informations also, and it will be also projected here on this part. And I put here also very nice graphs, this and this, yeah. But you can also implement any other things. And don't worry guys, if you are on a coder or something, I will do it step by step, the whole video, so it's not so complicated. You don't need to understand the code. And if you download the whole code, because the code and everything is in the description below this video, then you will also don't need to afraid of the whole thing. So okay, let's just test one more time, because I realized that's the wrong portfolio tracker. So what I showed last time, so it's another because I have more version. So anyway, I just choose stock, a piece, and I just put the randomly cost. Of course, you need to put here the market cost at the time of purchase. Submit. And if form submitted, it's okay. And if you come here, done. So it's just automatically put the informations, everything into the Google Sheets, what you put it into the web app. And if you refresh it, you get the live informations here. So sometimes it needs a little time to update it, but it seems good. So here you can see the mobile representation of the app. You can easily just handle it, put the information that you want, as you see, and just submit, and it works. And you can just refresh it, and the new data will be also available to you. Nice. Okay, let's just jump back to the portfolio tracker sheet and talk about some informations here. So what we have here, of course, it will help you to track the market value of your shares, return on investment, capital gains, and growth rate, and you will able to organize your investment, and we'll be able to get spot on decision making for the future. So before we start, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. You can download these Google Sheets from the download link given in the description box below this video, as I already told. I showed you already the web app and how it linked with the sheet, and as I already told, the sheet here at the web app part is user friendly, so you can easily use your phone, tablet, so if you're underway. But first we will make the portfolio tracker on the Google Sheets side, and after we will put together the whole front end web app. So yeah. Okay, now let's start designing our Google Sheets. So we will go to the Google Sheets app and select Google Sheets. We will then go and select the blank sheet, rename your Google Sheet and stock portfolio tracker. Okay, so basically all you have to do is just go to File and New and Spreadsheet. So new spreadsheet, I already put it here. New spreadsheet, you can add the logo. Now I would save a little time with that, and just we will just get the important informations that we need now. So I just copy them here. Also the total purchase cost and the total market value. Yes, it seems good. Okay, so all we have to do now is we need to give the name the stocks. So as I already showed you here in the sheets, we will have a ticker. So from the web app, it will be always read the ticker first. So in this case, the ticker will become here. So where is the ticker? The ticker is exactly here, yeah. And on the sheets you should know what's exactly the real name of the stock, and it will be converts with Google Finance. So all we have to do, just put your Google Finance. Then we will see C5, so as a ticker, here's the ticker, and after name, and bam, done. Now we don't have basically nothing here, but if I put here a ticker, you see it works, and it's converted to the real name. Of course you can name it bank sector and the shares. So the shares will be also random. I mean, you will put it in the web app in this part as a piece, and the market cost at the time of purchase. So the shares, we will put here just randomly a number, but as I told, later on it will be automatically inputted into the Google Sheets. I put here dates require, So when we bought the stock, the market cost at the time of purchase. This is also a field that you will put it here. Okay, so I just put some realistic number here for the stock, and total purchase cost. So the total purchase cost is a formula that we would like to calculate with the Google Sheets. So all we have to do now is just to come here, equal, put it here, equal, in just a moment. And you will say, so D5 multiply F5. So the market cost of at the time of the purchase multiplied the shares, how many shares you have. So it's easy, and you will get the number here because we have 10 multiply 2.29. So in the next one, and here we will use the finance function. Okay, so for the next step, I will copy and paste the formula that we need. Okay, so it's blank basically because you also need to change these values. So as you see, there is on the C3, you will see here, yes. So here's a ticker, and the other thing what you also you need to change is here C3. So, and yeah, so we will get here the current market costs, of course, and we will use the finance Yahoo information. So it's an import HTML information here, and if it's blank, then it will be blank. That's the point why it was blank, because there was no any other value information there, but now we have, so you will see something there. So don't worry, I will put in the description box below this video also the functions here. So yeah, let's just jump to the next thing. So that is a total market value that we need, and here we'll get the D5 and multiply with age 5. So D3 and the age 3, yes, and we will get the total market value. Now just get the ROI, how you can calculate this. It's also pretty simple. Just put D3, so D3 the shares, minus F5, like this, and after divide the whole sum. So the sum of these this value with F3, it's the market cost at the time purchase. And now we are at the capital gain part. So all we have to do here is we get the E3, the total market value, minus G3, and G3 would be the total purchase costs. Yes. And now we would like to have here a percentage. So a percentage growth, it's pretty easy because all we have to do now, just came to the J part, so J3, put it here and enter. We get the same number, but if you change the whole thing to the percentage, you will see the percentage growth in percentage. Yeah, easy. So the next part, also put here the information, change to C3, and here also C3, and not 0. It's basically good here in this case. As I told, these parts I will put here in the description, so it saves you also some time. Probably is also the same. The payout and the market capitalization. And you need to also to change here the informations as the other parts before. We already did. Okay, so now we are done with this part. Now we want to calculate the total purchase costs. So all we have to do here is just to make the sum of the G3, so the total purchase costs, and the whole G column. And if you put something here, numbers, yeah, you see it changing. Now we can focus on the total market value. So the total market value, we will use the I part, so the I column. So we use here sum I3, you see, total market value, and the whole I. And if we put something here, it will change. Nice. So for the notification, because of the better design, I just copy and paste it. So you can customize the whole thing how you want, also the colors and stuff. We will put here our notification part. It will be also a kind of web app subject, which we will do with Google AppScript. Yeah. And here, yeah, so first of all, before we finish this part with the Google Sheets, in these I want to explain to you. So in these parts, in the email, you will put here the email address, what you need. So I just put here some randomly email address. Okay, so tests at gmail.com, and here, so it will this function will automatically send you on that email with this subject and with this message to your email if the limit is lower or maximum. So that means you will see, but if the thing is, you can customize here some limits for you. So, for example, if the market cost of time purchase or the total value, the current market cost of this this stock, for example, is more than 24, then send me an email, or less than 22, then also send me an email. So you will be also up to date and get an email of the current value of the stock. I think it's a pretty nice function, so I will implement it. But for this, we should use Google AppScript. So that will be the first AppScript what we will use to Google Sheets. So let's just start it. Okay, so now in this section, we will develop a tool that you will get automatically a message if the market value is lower or bigger. It depends on what you need to see. So let's just an example, use the market value is lower than the market costs. So that means, for example, the market cost at the time of the purchase. So you write it manually down, what was the market cost as you bought the stock, yeah? And this is the for example, the current market costs, yeah? And it will, so the information is came from the Finance Yahoo API, and if it's lower, the current cost of the stock, for example, from the Cardboard Bank Corp Inc., then you will get an email. Yeah, so that's the first thing what that we would like to do. And to do it, we need to go to the script editor, and here we will have a blank sheet. I just make a new project. I name it Portfolio Tracker. Rename it. And now we need to make a function. In this case, I name it check market values. So all we have to do now is make a new variable, and we get the active spreadsheet. So if you don't understand this, don't worry, you can just copy it step by step as I do, and it will be works. Sheet, or if you want, you can also download it from my site. The link, as I told already, is in the description box below this video. So we already get the spreadsheet. Get sheet by name, and we put here sheet. So what is the name of the sheet? Is sheet 1. Now we make it another variable. We call it the market value. So in this case, the market value, let's just say, so as I already told, we need this information, or sorry, current market, okay, we need this one. So the current market costs, and yes, the market cost at the time of purchase. So I just call it market value. Yeah, so it will be this information. Get sheet by name, sheet 1. Get range. And it will be F3. Dot get value, so because we need to have our value, and the next variable I would call market cost. So what is the current market costs? It's automatically, this information came from the finance, so Yahoo Finance function API. So come back. Get sheet by name. I forget here, put this one. Yes. Get, we need to have a range, and the range will be age 3. And get value. Okay, now we need to have our email address. So we need our sheet. Get range. First I will leave it blank, and then after get value. Nice. So now we should see the range actually. So we need to start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 3. 8 and 3. So in this field we want to have the value. Oh, sorry, so this is the email address. Oh, so we just need an email address. The email address we want 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this is the 20th row, and column and row is 3. So actually the 3 can stay. As you see, I put it already in the email, so you can make here a notification part. Just easily put your email address and subject and message, so all the things what you want to have. So you will get an email in this email address with this subject, so you can also put something what you want, and message. I just put it here, text, a normal randomly text message. And after this is the variable, so the email address where we want to send the whole thing. Okay, then the next step is the subject. Sheet 1. Get range. Oh, sorry. So first row and column. first we need to go to column and after the row. So actually this is 20 and this is 3. And after get the value. Subject and var, so variable message. We will get also the sheet 1, get range, get value. So now we have also the message part. So in this case it was 20, so the 20 stay there, and this will be the 4 and 5th. So what we have to do now, 4, get the value from the 4th row, 20th column, and also do the same by the 5th and the 20th. So the 5th row and the 20th column, as you see. Right. Okay, so the next step. So UE spreadsheet app, get UE. Okay, and now we will implement here the logic. I just need to copy paste it. I don't get this one. Copy paste. Okay, great. So now we have the check. So the market value, if the market value is lower than the market costs, we want to have a UI message. So it's like an alert message. And I will call it alert. And here we can write our alert message, market. So here we want to put what is the message. So the market value is less than the market costs. Exclamation mark. Mail app. Send an email. So that's the thing what we have. So if the market value is lower than the market costs, so back here, so if the market value is lower than the market cost, so the current cost, then for example we want to sell it, just an example, then we get an email, so we know, okay, now we need to sell that thing, and we will get automatically an email. But first we need to put here the email address, so these variables, the subject and the message. Yes, now we are done with this function, and we can save it, and we don't have any error message, so the code is good. So we can jump to the next section. For the next Google AppScript function, you should make a new sheet, and here we also, you need to go to the tools, script editor. Okay, and now here we should put an email address, because we want to get a stock price, and the email address, and if the stock price is lower than something, then please get an email. But in this case, you can define the price. So for example, I will call it notification, this kind of function. Here, email address. So notification, email address. And I would say price. Yeah. And the currently price. So the currently price, we can use here Google Finance. We get here this ticker. You can also use it from the other sheets, but for a better understanding, I will use it here, Google Sheets. Just come back, yeah, Google Finance. We need to find a kind of a ticker. It could be anything you can get from the sheet 1 or somewhere else. For the demonstration, I will put stock name here, and it will be the PayPal or Pepsi. I just use Pepsi, Pep. This is the ticker. The tickers you can also always Google. So if you want to have a ticker from some stocks, then you can just put it here, ticker, and for example Amazon ticker, and if you come here, then you AMZN. So that's the way how you can do it. So we have now here Pepsi, and to get the price, the current price, we use Google Finance. We choose the ticker, put here price. Bam! We have the current price, and always changing, so it's kind of a live information for us. Okay, so the price, I would say, we can say if the price is lower than 100, I would say 50, then please write us an email to this email address, test@gmail.com or something. Yeah. The price would be then 150. Nice. And now we can start to program the application, this function. So come here to Tools, Script Editor. I already have here one information, so just make a new script, call it email alert. So it's not a problem if there are any other codes in this Google AppScript editor. Everything is what you can do with stocks or portfolio tracker. So these functions, you can just easily implement and use them separately or together. It's also possible. So, okay. So I will call this stock price as a function. And as I already told, this code is also downloadable. In the description you can find the link, or yeah, you can just follow the whole process step by step if you don't have any clues about the codes. Don't worry. So add active spreadsheet. So we get an active spreadsheet here. I will call the next variable as a stock price. So we have the spreadsheet 1, get sheet by name. Okay, and get range. I just use them, and from this range we get a value. We will get the value. Yeah. Now we need to define. So what's the name of the sheet? In this case, sheet 2. So you put here sheet 2, and into the get range. This is tricky because the first is the column, but if you are not sure, you can just use get range. Oh no. Oh yes, so this is the second, so 1, 2. Yes, so this will be the back part. So we need here at the range the 2 as a column, and the row is, for example, so the stock price. So we need the current stock price is 4. Okay. The next thing what we need is also a variable. I would call just sh2 spreadsheet app, get active spreadsheet, and get also a variable for an email address. Yeah. Now we need the variable of the spreadsheet 2 from the active spreadsheet. Just put it together. It could be confusing if we don't have a kind of a good a nice structure. Get sheet by name. We will also get the sheet 2. Get range. And get value. So the get range and get value. So in this case we want to have the price, so this one, oh no, sorry, the email address. We need to have the email address. So the email address will be in this case 2 because 2 second row second column. Nice. Oh, and we need also to have a third one. And you know what, I will just use also this active spreadsheet, so variable, because we want to have this price, if 150, so this value we need, because if you are here in the Google Sheet, so in your Google Sheet you can just easily change the values here. You don't need to make changes here in the AppScript. It's easier and more user friendly. So let's just name as is it the price, because we call it the price. Get sheet by name. So with these very easy applications you can learn very fast Google AppScript. It's not so hard, but if you're a newbie, it's the best way I would say you can start with coding. That's my opinion, but I think if you ask anybody else who is in the coding business, then yeah, they think also that's a good idea to start with this Google AppScript. And it's also free, and yeah, you don't need nothing, just a browser. Okay, so we have the price, we get also the get range. We need a range. In this case we are at the same column, and this will be the third row. So we put here 3 and second. So third row and second column. And now in this part with the if logic. So now we put the stock price. So if the stock price is bigger than our price, then what will happening? Then we need to get an email. So email app, send an email, email address, email address. We say, or we need to write here something as a subject. I would say, yeah, email stock alert. And you can say here the stock is more than. Then you can put here the value, more than, more than the price. Probably you don't need to have here this one. Yes. Of course. Yes, nice. Yeah, so it seems good. Check the syntax. We don't have any errors. That means, yeah, we are ready to go. It's good to go. The application is working. That means if the stock price will be lower than the price, then you will get an email with this alert. Next step, we want to create the charts. In this case, I would recommend you to make for every chart a new tab. Later, when we do the application part to implement these things, it will be much more easier to implement the charts in the web application part. So just come here, you can name it chart 1. In this case we would like to do 2 different charts, so we just name them chart 1 and chart 2. And we start to implement these things. So all we have to do is come here, insert a chart. We will make first a column chart and a pie chart or something like this. So come here and go to x-axis, and to the x-axis we go back here to the sheets, and I put some stocks here extra for the better representation of the stocks. So I put the informations here, and I will click OK, and now we have the series part. Yes. Select range. And we get the total purchase. Oh, so total market value. That's what we want to need to see. Okay, and now we have the first chart. So you see, it's pretty clean and easy view. How many stocks we have and how big the parts of the stocks that we have in our portfolio. Second one, we can also put a pie chart. All we have to do, just come here, file or insert, sorry, and chart, and just yeah, I would say this donut chart. No. This pie chart would be much better. Yes. So come here to the value, and we do the same. First, we just add the label. First the labels, yes, and second the values. Now we need to have the values. It will be also the total market value. Oh yeah, nice. It seems good. Okay, so we are done with the chart part, and we can jump to the next section. So the next thing what we want to do to start to make the develop web app, and if you click so if you want to do this like me, it says an overview. I will show you in the next videos how can I do it, but it's pretty simple actually. I do the whole thing with Google Sites. So if you click here, it's also Google Sites, and after I implemented the different functions and scripts here. So all you need to do now is go to the Google Drive, right click and get the Google site, create and share. And now we will create a new Google site. So here you can put some logos and upload it if you want. I don't have really a nice logo, but you can do it. Enter the site name. My portfolio app. You can also use this. My app. You can name it. You can change the header type for this banner, title only, cover, or something like this. I will just leave it like this. And here you can do your own image or just choose another one. Just look what we have here. Some pretty nice stuffs. I will see this business design because it looks good. Yes, and after you can just publish it, and you can get a customized domain if you have, or you can just order it, or use any kind of web address. I just do it kind of unique, publish it, and here if you come to here the next the publish button, you can just view the published site. So now we have nothing here, so we want to implement these functionalities into the Google app, and that we can submit the informations about the stock portfolio, and of course also the total purchase, total value informations and price. So in these things. Okay, let's just jump back. Told we are the section when we do the web app, and we do it with Google Sheets, Google Sites one more time. Also we have Google Sheets here for the portfolio tracker, and yeah, we should use also the Google AppScript. So to summarize where we are now for the portfolio tracker development. Okay, so as you see, I just uploaded the logo and named it here portfolio tracker, and I also uploaded the cash flow sheets image just for the better understanding and for the better graphical representation. And if you click on here, you will also see the live site from the portfolio tracker. So now we don't see nothing. So if you click on this pencil, you can edit this page. My Windows is already here open, so I don't need to do that. So I would suggest here I will represent you the web app site. So every code that I will implement, you can also download it. For the next steps, you need to download the codes, because this is a little bit would be very long to code it here. It could be two hours or something. So don't worry if you have the code. If you download it, you just need to step by step follow the whole process, and you don't need to understand anything about the code. So if you have the codes, all you have to do is first I will make here the files. Okay, so we have already have a code. I make also a code 1, and we'll also make an HTML. I should delete this one now. Delete. So if you come here, plus HTML, if you want to make an HTML file, and we'll call it Web App for the portfolio tracker, and it will automatically made it as a Web App HTML. Now we should make a kind of CSS file. .css, and it automatically put the HTML part also here, and we will make also a web app JS for JavaScript, and it will be also the HTML. Okay, so now we have everything, and now all you have to do as a next step to go to my part, to the downloaded section, and put the code here. So this is the code for the first part. Go to the and second part. I also copying the code. This is for the HTML. And the third part for the web app. Oh, so this is the web app HTML. Because the web app HTML is already done. Now we are at the CSS part. I just need to get the code. Nice. And now I will get the web app JS. Okay. Nice. So now I need to save the project. So everything is saved, and now you should make a deploy process. Just come to deploy and manage deployments. And in this case, you can manage every kind of deployment, but you don't understand, don't worry, just click and make it step by step as I do. So create deployment, and here you should make as a web app. This will be a new version, and I will say test 1. So if you make another test, so if you just short explanation, if you do something with the code, some changes and you want to test it, you can make here a new one, deploy it. But if it's not working, you can come back to the test one if it works. So you don't need to worry, because it's already kind of backupped your code. So I will just deploy the whole thing. It takes some time now to updating the deployment, so we need to wait. After it, you should authorize the access. Come to advanced, go to portfolio tracker unsafe, hello. Yeah, and it also loading now. So now you have the copy. Now you have the URL for the first part. I would say copy. So it's copied the web URL, and I click done. What happened here exactly? So we did the code. We made also the HTML, the CSS, and JavaScript code. So we copied and pasted and wrote the code and something. And after, what we get? So as you remembered, we copied an URL. So what is this? So if you come here and put this URL, you should see this. And this is the part of our web app. So let's just jump back to the web app. So this is the web app, and we can put it here. So this is the web app where we can put this function, where we can choose our stocks, put the piece of the stock here and the market cost at the time of the purchase, and submit it. And this part, so this URL, we should copy and paste it here. So how can we do this? So the next step, what we need to do is to implement this tool, this part of the web app, into this site. So how we do this? Come back to this portfolio tracker, so where you can make options and changes on the website. And if you are here, you can also click on this pencil, and the portfolio tracker or the Google Sites will link to this site where you can make the stuffs. And all you need to do, just come here. We want to put this thing into here. So come here to embedded code, and here I will also put the download section of my site, so you can also just copy and paste it here into the embedded code. And this will be this will implement the iframe here in this site. So what you should do in this case, you should get this URL, because it's always changing, so it's kind of a dynamic. So you should copy this part, and change it. And after, just click on next and insert. And you see, we implemented this function. And after, all you have to do is just to click on publish. And view the published website. You can close this one. And voila. this is the size what the implemented tool. Great, we can jump to the next. So for the next section, I would like to show you how you can implement a chart. So let's just, for example, put this this chart here. So all you have to do is come to the backend section. Oh, but before we need to go back to the portfolio tracker. Yes. So come here, and as I already told, put it in a separate tab. If you don't do it, it will be kind of hard to publish it, because we should publish the whole thing, the whole chart, and we have this function. If you come to the file and publish to the web, we have these functions, and we want to have this link or embedded function. We can also use the link in this case, and click on the publish, and it's publishing, and we get this this URL that we should just easily copy it and go back, and also get the frame. So I already prepared the code here, so go back to the embedded code, put the iframe, and I already did it, but you should change so you get the point. So you should change the URL what you already copied here, this part, so between these two semicolons or something, and change it. I already did it, so just insert, and we get here the new chart. So just publish it, publish, view a published site, and there, this is also there. So we have two functionalities now. Really good. The pie chart, you should do also the same process exactly that as you already did here for this kind of chart. So the next step we want to make, that we would like to make the display of the total purchase cost and the total market value. So all we need to do now is pretty simple. I already prepared also here the code. So you just come here and put this iframe. This iframe you can also download, and after just next and insert. And after the insertion, it will also display the necessary information that we want to know about the total purchase cost and the total market value, and publish it, publish, and go to the view publish site, close this one, and now sometimes we need to wait a little bit, and now voila, we have this section. So now we can just easily put everything about, so just use the ticker and the market purchase cost and submit it. And after if you submit it, it's automatically go back to the portfolio tracker Google Sheet. It will update it, the tracker. It's submitting. Sometimes it takes a lot of the first time, so just be patient. And yeah, form is submitted. Okay, so if it's submitted, it's already yeah, put it the information in the portfolio tracker, video, Google Sheet, and after you need also to refresh it, and this part of the chart is where also changes, and the total purchase cost and the total market value also. So that's it, guys, about the portfolio tracker, so how you can make the portfolio. So guys, we are done. I hope you like the video. If you like this portfolio tracker tutorial video, please give me a thumbs up and like this video and download the whole solution. The link is in the description box below this video, and we will see each other in the next video. Thank you and bye.